This is the watch that Seiko used to make. It's fun, it's quirky, it's made well, it's inexpensive, and it always brings a smile to your face. And I think this is why we get into watches, because they have to make us happy. This thing here is fun. It's a bronze dive watch from Phoibos. It's got 200 meters of water resistance, it's an automatic, and for the price that this comes in at, there's really not much to complain about here, guys. Seriously. But I'm sure I'm gonna find something. Let's flip the camera and let's dive in. Now, I really love it when I get watches like this on the channel, guys. They're affordable, they're inexpensive, they are very well made. This is a very well made watch. I can't deny it. It's everything I've had throughout the week of experiencing it. I've taken it with me on a working holiday. I've put it into water. I've really enjoyed this watch. And first and foremost, the price. Because this watch comes in at $499, but Phoibos has offered a $100 discount code. And I think for $399, that's a very good deal. Because what I've got in my hand here with the Miyota and the hardware on this watch, it's actually a really well-made watch. Now, all that said, there's probably one or two small areas that could offer room for improvement on this watch. And if I have to really nitpick, there's probably about 4 areas. And I will share that in my gripes and room for improvement section. And hopefully from my macro footage and on location stuff that I shot, you can get a better gauge of what this watch is really about. But that said, I really wish this dial was that little bit more vibrant in its color, because the bezel is stunning, the strap, the FKM rubber strap is sublime, but that dial really needs to just come up. And that's a personal subjective gripe. But moving on, Phoibos has sponsored this video, so I will of course leave the links in the description section. If this watch interests you, by all means, feel free to check them out. Now, when it comes to reviewing bronze watches, I think that manufacturers should send the watch potentially a year in advance. And I say that because this is a watch in the making. When I get a bronze watch, and I open it up from the parcel, all I see is a shiny bronze watch. Now, that's all good and fair enough, but give it 6 months, give it a year, and when it patinas, that's when a bronze watch comes onto its own. And I've done a video on how to properly patina a watch. Not this rush it, put it in a bag and put some eggs in there. Don't destroy your watches. Let the watch patina naturally. You will love the look of it. Moving on, diving into the specs of this watch, I measure a case diameter of 40.4 and a case height of 12.7. That lug to lug is 47.8 and a lug width of 20. The crown I measure at 6.4 millimeters. It's a signed screw down crown. The watch offers 200 meters of water resistance. And the total weight on the supplied FKM rubber strap, I measure exactly 108 grams. Now, I did say that the watch has been pleasurable. It has the size, the footprint, the rubber strap is absolutely beautiful. What I've noticed in the last 4 or 5 years, that strap technology is getting better by the minute. And this thing here is second to none. It is malleable, it is soft, and it just hugs the wrist beautifully. Now, there's no overhang from that lug to lug of 47.8, and the height of this watch, which I measure at 12.7, has also been very good. And as you notice, that tang buckle at the bottom of the strap, it's made from the same material as that case, so as the case patinas, so too will that clasp. Now, turning the watch over, you'll notice there's a stainless steel case back, and obviously to protect the skin from any discoloration. And behind that case back is a Japanese Miyota 9015 automatic. I think they've chosen the right movement for this watch, keeping the profile nice and thin, a good workhorse, reliable, and this one has been running perfect. Now, one of the heroes of this watch has been that bezel. Number one, it's got a ceramic insert and it is matte. It is a matte orange and it looks the bee's knees. Many times I harp on about glossy bezels, especially for a tool-specific watch like a diver, and when companies decide to put a matte bezel insert, well done. Now, the action on this bezel has also been extremely good, so it's been crisp and clean. I feel zero backplay, and the bezel itself lines up. So on that note, I did say that this is like a Seiko, but in that regard, it's actually a little bit better regarding QC and lining up. Now lastly, if I turn my attention to the lume of the watch, it has 15 layers of Superluminova BGW9 on the hands, the indices, the bezel markings, and it is bang on. It's bright, it's legible, it's evenly applied. Again, zero complaints. Now, what I said in the intro, there's really not much to complain here, and at this price point, there really isn't. At $399, this is a no-brainer, but let's check out the gripes and room for improvement. And critically speaking about this watch, that crystal, that double dome crystal, it's got a blue anti-reflective coating. It's actually got 3 layers of blue AR. It's been doing a good job, but subjectively speaking, it would have been nice to have clear anti-reflective coating. And I don't know why more manufacturers don't do this. I know a lot of you guys don't mind blue AR. It works on certain watches, on others it doesn't. Here, it's not that big a hindrance. However, we have the technology to make straps that are this good or bezels that work this well. We might as well put some clear AR. It's one extra step. What's it going to cost? A couple of bucks more. I'd rather have something finished. I'd rather have that little detail in a watch, but maybe I'm asking too much. It is a $399 entry price. Beggars can't be choosers. Next observation on this watch has been the colors. The strap and that bezel insert are perfect. They match each other beautifully. The dial, it's slightly different. And I really would have preferred the dial, especially the center of that dial, to come up to be a little bit brighter, just to complement the bezel as well as that strap. Again, that's a personal preference here, but I just feel that they probably missed out on an opportunity to really nail this watch, especially at a watch coming in at this price. Now, one area of the watch that sort of caught my attention straight off the bat when I did open the case was that it's sharp in a few areas. Some of these edges, especially inside of the actual lugs, they're a little bit sharp. They feel unfinished. Now, it won't affect you on the wrist. When I've got this on the wrist, I can't feel any of that, but in the hand, you can feel it. It's raw. It's raw, and look, honestly, I think it suits the aesthetic of the watch because you've got different types of finishes. You've got vertical brushing, you've got horizontal brushing, and it just complements that industrial harshness of the watch. So a little bit of an unfinished feel is okay, as long as it doesn't affect the wrist, and this one doesn't affect the wrist. And speaking of that case, you'll notice that it's relatively straight. There's a little bit of a downturned angle at the lugs, but generally it seems to sit quite straight on the wrist. Now, the fact that the lug-to-lug distance is under 48mm is a good thing because it won't overhang the wrist, but bear that in mind, a smaller wrist, it's not going to sit proud because of the case height, but it does have a certain presence on the wrist, so I'm mentioning it nonetheless. And lastly for me, there's a date at the 3 o'clock, and look, that's all good and well. I really would have preferred a no-date version. Just put an applied loomed marker at the 3 o'clock, balance out that dial, replace it with a Miyota 9039, and it potentially could have elevated this watch to an entirely different level. That's my personal opinion. But putting the gripes aside, guys, the watch has been a real delight. The bezel action for a bronze watch has been superb. The bezel insert is top-notch, matte ceramic. It just looks so cool. It really does. So Phoebus, well done. If other manufacturers are listening, start giving us some matte bezels, especially on tool watches, on dive watches, on chronographs that are designed to be used as tools. They just look so much nicer. The FKM rubber strap on this has also been spectacular. I wouldn't wear this watch with anything else as it is. It's a watch that straight out of the box you can enjoy it for years to come. And as I mentioned, as the years do come, this thing is only going to look better. And for me personally, it's like a fine wine. Any bronze watch that's patinaed properly will develop a particular character that's to be enjoyed for years to come, without the unsightly green cancer that some people are putting on their bronze watches. And I do recommend check out the video, how to properly patina a bronze watch. So thanks for watching, be well and safe, continue to enjoy this hobby and whatever watches come your way, be nice to one another and especially to me, and we'll see you all in the next one.